Hello, Gemini. I say the best for last. I have a few Gemini friends. I think maybe 2 or 3. Good people. We are in Virgo season now, and also we're in September, so we're officially, supposedly in fall. So that's beautiful. Not only are the seasons changing, but I feel like people are becoming more stable, more grounded, more practical, more driven, more hardworking, and also having fun at the same time. It's like, hey, we're working hard, we're doing the things we got to do, but we have to have fun at the same time, because that's really who Virgos are. They're the ones who can work a 12-hour shift and then go out partying all night with their friends, having a good time, dancing, laughing, and then they do it all over again. And that's what makes the wife worthwhile, I guess. I don't know, I'm old, so. Oh, Gemini. I apologize. I started instantly just pulling in Virgo energy. Unless some of you guys are dealing with a Virgo. But I shouldn't have started talking about it. Let me pull from this one. I've never read from 2 decks before, but I'm like, okay. There we go. Okay. The 8 of Pentacles. Working really hard. You are working really hard. I don't know what you're working really hard on, but let's just take it off this card, right? See how she's working hard to make these little, I guess you would call them wind chimes or whatever, you know, I'll call them wind catchers, to make her money, you know, or she's working really hard for things to pay off. I don't know. I just feel like you're working hard at something here. Hoping things that will pay off for you. 7, if this is not you, I don't know. I've never done two decks in one reading before, but I'm just going with it. The 7 of Wands. Standing your ground. Not backing down. Fighting for yourself. You could be fighting for others, defending others who may be, I don't want to say weaker than you, but maybe not as strong as you are to defend themselves. I feel like you're fighting for your own, what is it called? Your own healthy boundaries, I feel like sometimes. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what you're working really hard on. You're standing your ground here on something. You have the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, but then you have the 7 of Swords. It's almost like you went backwards a little bit. This is just you working really hard, standing your ground, fighting for yourself, putting your foot down, setting boundaries here, fighting for yourself, and investing only in that will invest back into you, having that balance coming in. But then you have the 7 of Swords. So I feel like in physical, you're doing great, but in mental, Gemini, driving me nuts. Yeah, you have the 7 of Swords in here too. Why are you self-sabotaging? Is that like your thing? Maybe I'm doing both decks because of your twins. Maybe both your twins came out. You know what I mean? I feel like you're working really hard on your resurrection. I mean, this would match this. Resurrecting, manifesting, working on your self-love, but you're indecisive here. Maybe you're juggling a lot. Maybe a lot's going on with you. But that the Seven of Swords in the mind, though, it's like, yeah, you're sabotaging it. That's almost this energy of like, I'm only looking out for me, or something like that. It's not atypical. I mean, wait, I don't know if that even, scratch that. That just popped in my mind. It came out of my mouth and I don't know what that means. So I was going to say it's not uncommon for any sign to do that. I feel in the physical world you're doing amazing, but in your mind you're like, eh. It's like weird. Some people just get this reading. You know, we get it all the time, actually. You have 2 sevens and a sword. You have 2 sevens of swords on both ends of your mind here. I feel like things are going good. You're loving yourself. You're manifesting. You're standing your ground. You're working hard. You're giving. You're nurturing. You're investing into things that are great for you. You're resurrecting. But your mind is like, no. No, we're not doing this. Or maybe, I don't know if it's no, we're not doing this. It's like you have good intentions. This is stuff you've really needed to be working on here. You're manifesting. You have the Death card and the Manifestation card, which is the 2 highest cards here. So for me, it's like you're rising up. You're manifesting. You're growing. But mentally, you're like, oh, I don't. It's almost like you're holding yourself back. Like, I don't want to grow. Or I don't want to do this. Very strange. I mean, not really strange. I always say very strange just because things come out of my mouth. We're automatic sometimes. You know what I mean? I know you know what I mean, Geminis. You guys are the smartest sign in the deck. But your biggest downfall is always self-sabotaging yourself. It's like you don't want to manifest. You want to stay in this almost sabotaging energy. Hi, Gemini. Got a lot of knights, a lot of pages. There we go. Nothing made sense to me. Nothing at all made sense to me until that one came. I mean, this is all good and beautiful. You know what I mean? You got the Knight of Wands, adventure, you got the Page of Cups again, loving yourself, taking risks, going to the unknown, getting back to good. You have the Two of Pentacles again. The Ace of Wands, wanting a new beginning and passion. The Page of Wands, being open to anything. The Emperor, taking control of your life, taking control of yourself, going after things you want. Again, the Eight of Pentacles, working really hard towards something here. You got a lot of matching cards from both decks, which is good because I'm reading both your twins here, which I've never done before. I feel like a lot of you is on the same page. You even have the King of Swords here. You have the Ace of Wands again to match the other Ace of Wands. You know what it is you want here. But the Seven of Swords, I'm like, why the 7? Why the 7? Why the 7? Why? Nothing's really coming through here, right? Seven of Swords, it only happens for one reason. And that's a massive amount of pain somebody is refusing to let go of. And I feel like we're going around in circles here, Gemini. So I've been reading you guys for a long time. For me, this is kind of just pretty much a basic energy of, and the reason I say basic is I mean common energy of you don't feel like you're worth it. to start actually manifesting and becoming better and standing your ground and setting boundaries and becoming and doing you and just becoming your higher self, like actually fucking resurrecting out of your own goddamn ashes. Because this is the old you right here that's died off. You know what I mean? But mentally, it's almost a sense of like, I don't know, what's the point? Or I don't care. It's almost like this deceptive energy of like, yeah, I'm doing me and I'm doing great. And I'm manifesting and I'm rebirthing. But mentally, you're like still in that same place of like, well, I've been hurt so bad in my life that I'm still just gonna only care about me, or I'm just gonna ruin everything for whatever reason. I mean, usually people just constantly are self-sabotaging great things, especially their own self-progress, it's because they don't have any self-worth. That would make sense to me, but I'm seeing a lot of pain and betrayal here. So I'm not sure. Maybe you're just, I feel like you're in this place physically, but mentally you're like, oh, remember all that past pain? We need to take that with us almost in our mind. Why would you take that with you? That doesn't even make sense. I don't know. I hope this is resonating, or I hope this makes sense. I've never done 2 decks before, but I'm like, oh, let's play off the twins and see here, because they're kind of really on the same page. And that's what really made sense to me, was the 2 of Pentacles on both would be your twins here. And that's the ultimate decision making here, is do I want to be better? Or do I want to stay in this narcissistic pain? This sabotage, this ruining of things. Almost like a selfish energy. But really it's just you being selfish from keeping you from manifesting. It's very interesting to me. Somebody who has so much physical desire for change and for balance and for passion and for love. Self-love is what I see here most of all, because you had 2 pages of cups from both sides, which is like, this is somebody who's just starting to love themselves again, but mentally you're like, I don't know, man. You're the smartest sign in the whole zodiac. I think you could figure it out at this point. Especially if you're Geminis who are older. It sounds like you're keeping yourself from your own happiness or something. But it's only from the mental aspect. You know, it's not from your heart. It's not from your soul. It's not from your physical. You have so much passion and desire for change. If not, the 7 of Wands wouldn't have been there, which is like standing up for yourself, fighting for yourself. I feel like your passionate side is fighting your mental side. As I feel like that's where you're setting healthy boundaries with. It's not people around you in your life. It's with your fucking self. It's like your narcissistic energies are like, no, but you're standing there with your wands of passion going, get the fuck away. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's what the rebirth possibly is here, of killing off the mental, killing off that old pain, that old sabotaging self, so that you can start actually opening up your heart again, start loving yourself again. I feel like this is very personal reading. It doesn't, out of all these cards, I saw nobody else. This is all you. So I feel like this is a war between you and yourself, which I feel like you've kind of been dealing with that your whole life, Gemini, to be honest. So I feel like you're still fighting that war. Yeah, but at least you're still putting up a fight. So I feel like that says a lot, right? I feel like letting go of a lot of old betrayal and old pain would be a good way to start. I would be going back there as the starting line, because you can't win a war if you're already sabotaging your war. You know what I mean? Especially in your mind, you know what I'm saying? But I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time.